There's a lot going on this week in NBA 2K TV. We simulate the NBA All-Star Game in NBA 2K16. Hang with Hassan Whiteside.
Moving up in the world, I didn't even know that.
Kick off 2K Pro-Am Road to the Finals. Vote on your top plays of the week, and of course, give you a chance at some VC.
Like we always do it this time. Cookie cold, blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident, all of this was designed. Took my time, crack from behind, and I opened up your blinds, rise and shine. Cold world, same, used to drive around with your girl in my mama's Civic.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Well, for Minnesota, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. And let's talk for a moment about Derrick Rose. He's missed so much time the past several seasons with injuries. Kenny, is it too much to expect him to return to his former level, his MVP level?
Well, maybe not the MVP level, but he still can be a serviceable all-star, meaning he might not be able to dominate for 82 games, but he could do it for 40, and then he could do it for playoff time. So I do think the knee surgeries took a little toll on him.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Last game for the Timberwolves, they picked up the W against Miami.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Garnett, and it's Miller in at the 1. No coverage that time. Harper's got his first 3 points of the game.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble. You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Here's Miller. 8 points his last outing. Garnett, the screen. Miller kicks to Wiggins. Shoots from 12, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Miller dishes to Wiggins. Here's Martin, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Harper kicks to Harper. 13 feet away. Butler in the corner. It's stolen by Martin. And now running it up the court. Martin pushing it up. Garnett outside. Pass to Miller. Poke loose. Ahead. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Harper against Martin. Kicks it to Harper. Lock at 6. Noah trying to get open. Excellent D there from Garnett.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And it's Martin missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
He lobs it up. Pass to Towns. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Miller against Harper. Drops it in from 11 feet. Harper's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Miller, the pass to Wiggins. Garnett, the screen. It's blocked. And here is Harper playing Oklahoma City. He was nearly unstoppable. Butler on the way. And stolen by Wiggins. The feed to Miller. The pass to Towns. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight.
And guys, with Towns, he is so valuable in every aspect of the game. Really great at both ends of the floor. His defense is as strong as it gets for a first-year player.
Martin against Harper. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. Timberwolves trail by 6.
And perhaps the biggest plus about Towns is his upside. I mean, he's shown that he can make big strides in his level of play. Already good at shooting from outside and can play either post spot, too.
Wiggins left side. 8 feet away. A second chance effort, and it's good on the layup. Wiggins has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Now here's Noah. And that one is hammered home.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Miller against Harper. Miller outside. Martin wide open. He fires. Off target from 3-point range. And the call will be against Kevin Martin. That is his 1st foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Miller against Harper. Outside Gasol.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
That's a 2 from Martin. That doesn't go either for Martin. But they get it back. Back to Miller. Towns dishes to Miller. Feeds to Towns. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's off from 3-point range.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Really giving them fits. They just can't find an answer for Mr. Clutch. He's already up to 8 points. And he's got 2 baskets from out in 3-point lane.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Noah. Griffin comes in for Pau Gasol. LeBron, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Rose in for Harper. Minnesota also making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Chang comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Martin. Now here is Miller. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And Muhammad kicks to Wiggins. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Chicago leading by 6. It's now been a decade since the Minnesota Timberwolves played postseason basketball. Last trip to the postseason for the Wolves back in 2004.
Wow, that was a long time ago. And if you're wondering, that is the longest playoff drought in the league currently. Wolves want nothing more than to get back to playing playoff basketball, and featuring the #1 pick in last year's draft will help.
Good way to start, you're right. Here's Muhammad following the basket by Blake Griffin. Muhammad with it. A 17-point game for him in the win against Miami. They get it again.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds. You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
So it's Minnesota now. Following the basket by Blake Griffin. And Muhammad kicks to Wiggins. Shot from 12. Makes the shot. Basket number 4 this game. Brings him up to 4 for 9.
Shaped and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him.
LeBron drives in. Here's Harper. They grab their own miss. Deflects the pass. Griffin passes to Harper. Another shot. Jordan dishes to LeBron. And Rose wide open. He shoots. And they have their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5. As you mentioned, that didn't take very long, did it?
Wiggins drawn the double team. Miller against Rose. Shot from 16. Here's Pekovic. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And here we go with Miller running up the court. He dishes it to Muhammad. He kicks it to Pekovic. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Pekovic. It's Miller on the wing. James covering. 17-foot shot on the way. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Here's Harper, and there's the call on Shabazz Muhammad. That's his first foul. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Chicago. Minnesota also with the sub. Tayshaun Prince is checked in for Wiggins. On defense, Minnesota. They trail by 6. From deep LeBron. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Miller against Rose. Miller kicks to Prince. Pekovic passes to Miller. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Andre Miller, what a virtuoso floor general he has been. By far the career leader in assists among active players. Over 1,000 more assists than the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
Chicago making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Getting back to Miller last year, he was 16th in the league, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, a couple of things happened. I thought he slowed down a little, and he was playing behind John Wall. That led to the fewest minutes per game of his career, and the rest of his stats kind of followed suit.
Crawford's shot is good. 1:56 left here in the first quarter. Prince outside. Passes it to Muhammad. Doubled by Crawford. Miller with the ball. Chris Paul covering. Jang a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Miller dishes to Jang. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Miller's got his 5th assist in this one.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Oh, that's right on the money. They've generated a lot of easy opportunities on the inside.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Now here's Muhammad. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And that one's good, Griffin.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Miller with the ball. He's picked up by Paul.
Andre Miller, one of the best dime droppers around.
Here's Paul. He had 10 points in the win against Oklahoma City. To the left side wing. Here's Griffin, and the rejection by Jang. Crawford passes to Griffin. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Paul. 5 to shoot.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Irving's checked in for Blake Griffin.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throws. Beautiful to watch.
23 seconds left to play in the first. And Muhammad kicks to Miller. Can't hit from the elbow.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's Chicago. They lead by 7. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team, but we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's just been a long-range battle for them, and one that they're winning right now.
Yeah, sharp shooting from deep, a big part of why they're up.
Irving is out there with Crawford. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Jordan in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Gasol. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but you can't talk about his performance without mentioning what he did defensively in terms of shot blocking. He was a force of nature.
But they get it back. Irving dishes to Jordan. Second chance shot, and it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Rose comes in for Jamal Crawford. Minnesota also with the sub. Wiggins is checked in. Now Towns. He had 25 points in the win against Miami.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. A good look from Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And Chicago leads by 7.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Now here's Wiggins. 11 points for him in that last game against Miami. Martin to the paint and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Paul Gasol.
Could it have been any other way? I mean, last season, KG returning to the Wolves. I mean, the entire city was buzzing for his return.
Kevin Garnett was once the star here and now is acting as the mentor for all these young Timberwolves players. He won't let them slack even for a moment on or off the floor.
You know, it's that competitive fire that made KG so great, Kevin, and Minnesota made a savvy move, I think, to get him into the locker room and back on the squad.
Now here's Wiggins. 8 points for him. They set the screen. Garnett outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. To the middle. Noah, the pass to Harpe. Garnett with the block. The dish to Wiggins. Towns with it. Noah picks him up, and he gets the bucket. That's now 8 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now, here's Gasol. Dishes to Harper. Lets it go from 11. That's good. Now it's a 7-point Chicago lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Minnesota calls timeout and going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
An East-West showdown, only one of 2 games between these squads.
And because of that, the time is now to seize control of the matchup. We'll see who strikes first.
Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Chicago. Prince's shot is good.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Rose. 14 points from him the last game against Oklahoma City. Not watching. The line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. Now when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this, for his career, 15,806 career assists, a record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
And it's Butler missing. Timberwolves trail by 5. Martin kicks to Wiggins. Looking to get back on track here. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Wiggins has got 10 points in the game.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Here is Rose after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Puts it up from 15 and stolen by Wiggins. Rose against Martin. Stolen by Rose. And stolen by Wiggins. Outside Martin. The 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Martin's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. Pass to Griffin. And finished off by Griffin.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Wiggins dishes to Martin. Butler with the steal. The finish rips down the breakaway slam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum. That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without
that jam! I mean, just beautiful. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. LeBron, he's checked in for Noah. Harper comes in for Harper. And Paul subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Miller, the pass to Muhammad. Pekovic with a screen. Muhammad with it. Butler covering. Wiggins against Paul. Here's Pekovic. Just 5 on the clock. And he's able to get it back. A second chance effort. And it's Wiggins missing.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. LeBron outside. Harper kicks to James. And the shot is good. And now it's a 9-point Chicago lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Here's Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winner.
Timberwolves trail by 11. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Chicago. Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Crawford in for Jimmy Butler.
DeAndre Jordan.
On defense, Chicago. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Again, Wiggins missing.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
LeBron dishes to Jordan. Crawford outside. Just 5 to shoot. On the wing, James. Plenty of space. The shot no good. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. And Muhammad kicks to Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Here's Muhammad from the left block. He sends it through. Muhammad's got it back down to within single digits for the Timberwolves. The drive by Paul. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Muhammad. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jump.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
And Paul over to help to the right side. Miller with a screen on LeBron. Wiggins inside the line, but they recover it. And Pekovic kicks to Miller. Pekovic with the screen for Miller. Back to Pekovic. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Pekovic has got his second basket of the night. The drive by Paul. Jordan. It's hauled in by Andre Miller. Timberwolves trail by 9. He feeds it to Jang. Kicks to Pekovic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, for Nikola Pekovic, NBA scouts said he needed work on his shot coming in. Yet he's money from mid-range at times, especially at the charity stripe. One of the best free throw shooting bigs we have in our league.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Gasol comes in for Harper. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Paul.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
Miller kicks to Muhammad, and Irving comes to help. Miller with the ball. Guarded now by Irving. Miller, no up. Chicago leading by 10. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They get the rebound. And a wide open look for James. Great look, but off the mark.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And it's Miller penetrating. Pass to Dang from 12 feet out. That one wide left. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And finished off by LeBron.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch in how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And so that's the end of the first half. Chicago leads by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, and it's the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 2 rebounds. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
You just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
And Chicago has possession, leading by 12 on the court for Minnesota. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Miller in at the point guard. And Butler gets it to go.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Butler's gone 67% from the field, 4 of 6. Martin kicks to Miller. Back to Martin. And stolen by Butler. Fast break. Here comes Chicago.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Miller, the pass to Garnett. Back to Miller. There's a good screen. Shot clock at 6. The feed to Wiggins. Towns with it, working on Gasol. And Towns gets it to go.
And really an alert play on the glass there to get that second chance opportunity. He's having one of those games that we've really grown accustomed to seeing him put forth.
Right side Harper. Outside Butler. Drops in the tray. Butler's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the dunk by Towns.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Out to the right wing. Garnett goes in. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 10 assists here tonight. So active.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Here's Harper. Another miss by Harper. Timberwolves trail by 13. Here's Wiggins. Goes back up. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Tayshaun Prince has checked in for Andrew Wiggins. Chicago has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Martin against Harper. Outside Gasol. Sinks the triple. Gasol's got 5.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams in their effectiveness from the 3-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
And the Timberwolves call time. You look at Mr. Clutch. He's really been playing well.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, during that break, Minnesota's head coach had some words for his team. He was focused on their post play and was pleading with them to try to get the ball into the low post every trip down. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork, those were the messages. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thanks again, Doris. Another miss by Harper.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
And it's Miller penetrating. Shot on the wing. And it's Chicago with the rebound. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Harper. He's got 10. And the pass to Noah. Fires from 14. And he gets it to go. And Chicago leads by 13.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Miller kicks to Garnett. Sweet move. Noah with the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Chicago making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Gasol. And it's Paul in for Harper. Here's the screen. Here's Martin. Noah with the block. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Martin the screen. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Paul.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Kevin Garnett. Garnett's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebounds by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer.
Chicago leading by 13. Paul outside. Feeds it to Griffin. From the baseline. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Garnett. Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your Chicago team.
They get a hand on it and stolen by Miller. It's Martin on the wing. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And that's 11 points for Martin. And for KG, the last 3 seasons have obviously been very, very tough. His injuries and declining athleticism have led to down numbers really across the board.
Yeah, I mean, his role now has transformed. He's more of a clubhouse leader, a mentor to the up-and-comers, an extra coach, if you will, in game and on the sidelines.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Minnesota calls timeout. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up. We know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Nikola Begovic is checked in for Minnesota. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Tayshaun Prince.
Shabazz Muhammad.
And here is Muhammad. He kicks to Miller. To the middle. And the dunk by Towns.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt.
You know, looking back to Rose's MVP award, his stats were on another planet that year. He was only the 3rd player to record 2,000 points and 600 assists in a single season since 1973. The other 2, LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And it's Miller penetrating. Gets it down to single digits. Miller's got 7 points here in this quarter. Chicago leading by 9. Here's Rose. Rebound, Minnesota. Miller's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
You know, in talking about D. Rose, I don't think the individual awards mean much to him. He's about trying to help his team win championships. And that's the kind of mindset he has to continue to display.
Timberwolves trail by 9. And it's Miller penetrating. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession.
A look now at where the Timberwolves ranked in the NBA last year. 6th in free throw percentage. 7th in points off turnovers. And they made their way into the top 10 in second chance points. I mean, this is a team that really emphasized chasing down missed shots. And they did a pretty good job of it.
And you look at their free throw percentage, not to be overlooked. I mean, this was a team, I thought, that did a really good job of taking advantage of their opportunities.
Minnesota shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Jang a screen. And it's Miller penetrating. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
In a big game for Miller. 9 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
Both free throws good for Miller. Chicago leading by 9. And Irving throws it down.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong and attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Miller against Irving. Miller outside. 5 on the clock. This one for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Good. 6 points for Shabazz Muhammad.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that one.
Well, Chicago has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Irving against Martin. From down in the low post, it goes. Martin's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Irving against Miller. Outside Irving. But they'll get another chance.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Wiggins is checked in for Miller. 3-pointer, Martin. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists in the game. James kicks to Griffin. Back to James. .158 left to play in the third. And James throws it down hard.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And Muhammad kicks to Wiggins. And stolen by Jordan. And they're on the break. All going up court. Here's Irving. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Blake Griffin. Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. he is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
Arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Down low, here's Pekovic. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Passes it to Muhammad. Puts it up from 17, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Harper, he's checked in for Chicago.
Out of bounds. T-Wolves ball. Now into the lineup for your Chicago team.
Martin attacking out to the wing. Muhammad dishes to Jang. 6 to shoot. Here's Martin. Chicago grabs the miss. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. The dish to Harper. 12 seconds left to play in the third. There's Crawford with the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Martin from outside, and the miss.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dance Team.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Timberwolves trail by 10. Pau Gasol is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's Crawford. And it's Harper in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Garnett kicks to Martin. Krill's the 3-pointer. Martin's got 12 points here in the second half.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
Paul with the ball. Crawford outside. Launches it. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound, a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Here's Martin. And it's Martin again missing.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Greg, simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Here's Garnett. Makes it off the glass.
Good look. He'll make that one most of the time.
Chicago leading by 7. The drive by Paul. It's deflected. Crawford against Wiggins. Back to Paul. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
And it's Wiggins missing. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Chris Paul hits the 3. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
Oh, terrific move there. I think he may need to check those ankles. He's just left the defender on the ground.
That is a highlight and a half, guys, or a highlight plus. Anytime you shake a guy out of his shoes like that, it's going to make the rounds for sure.
Martin against Paul. Martin the screen, and they double up Garnett. Wiggins drives in, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Andrew Wiggins showed that he's going to be a big-time player in this league for a long time.
And we knew Wiggins could attack the basket and create his own shot, Kevin, but I think many, and I'm included in this, were surprised at how good his jumper looks this early in his career. I mean, it's pretty reliable right now.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah is checked in for Jordan. Butler comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Harper in for Chris Paul. Butler attacking, and that one's good.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight. And with Wiggins' game, he has a nice jumper for a player his age. As he grows in the league, he'll become more and more comfortable shooting from deep. He'll be nearly impossible to guard when he has a consistent three-point shot.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Miller kicks to Towns. Chicago grabs the miss. Noah's got his 6th rebound on the night.
And you know, with Wiggins, it just isn't all about his ability to score. Showed a real knack for making the unselfish play, too. Understands how to work as a unit to create shots and gets to the right spot on the floor. His potential is unlimited.
Miller, the pass to Garnett. Back to Miller. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He dishes it to Garnett. Martin for 3. Gasol with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Harper against Martin. Towns sets the pick for Miller. Martin for 3. They get the rebound. Noah with the block. Here's Butler. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Garnett, the screen. And Gasol comes to help. Martin dishes to Wiggins. Looking to end the drought. The rebound by Noah. Noah's got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Harper.
And the shooting percentage, it's taken a dip in this second half.
No good from outside.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Miller kicks to Martin.
You know, another point of contention between every NBA fan is whether or not the age restriction is a good thing. Some want it increased, others want it gone altogether. You know, for me, it's a matter of whether or not you as a team feel that that player can make an impact on your roster.
Timberwolves trail by 21. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And the call will be against Joakim Noah. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now Martin. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Joakim Noah did not like that one.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Harper the pass to Butler. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 5th rebound in this one. Wiggins right side. A 3 ball. And he gets it to go. Wiggins has got 5 points in the quarter.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on a roll and knock him down.
The shot's good from Gasol.
Not shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, But, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Garnett. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pekovic is checked in. Chicago leading by 19. Here's Harper. Here's the 3. And the shot is good. Harper's got 10 points here in the second half.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Harper. Offensive rebound. The tray. Outside Harper. Three-pointer. Minnesota with the rebound. Garnett's got his 5th rebound in this one. Martin kicks to Miller. Pekovic dishes to Wiggins. To the inside. Miller. Noah with the block. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And Pekovic gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Outside Harper. Outside Gasol. Harper against Martin. 6 on the shot clock. But they'll get another chance. From deep. And it's Butler missing. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Miller kicks to Wiggins. Now here is Miller. And he drops it in from the low post. Miller's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Dishes it to Noah. Harper kicks to Gasol. And again, Chicago. No good. Timberwolves trail by 20. Baseline try. The rebound by Noah. Pass to Harper. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Chicago.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
There's the bucket. Good. Harper's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Butler.
Miller kicks to Garnett. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgui Dieng's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Prince comes in for Wiggins. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Kevin Martin. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Miller.
Hey guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year 2.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Towns, he's checked in for Gorgui Dieng. Wiggins comes in for Tayshaun Prince. And Martin subbed in for Shabazz Muhammad. Noah the screen. Harper the pass to Butler. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's his first foul. You know, as Greg was talking about, LaVine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these binges, falling back Clark from 25 feet and draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can bend, shoot you out of a game. So you pick your poison.
Miller's checked in for Minnesota. A nice shot by Gasol.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
You know, they found the holes in the defense and really doing a great job of exploiting them.
Miller dishes to Garnett. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. 15 points for Garnett. Chicago leading by 20. Outside Harper. 1:35 left in the fourth quarter. It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's
smokes.
one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Good. 25 points for Martin.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Chicago.
Clark, look at their number of assists.
Well, they minimized the one-on-one situations, Kevin. They got the ball moving, and it found the open guy.
Great ball, you're right. And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
Yeah, and Greg, when it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Jimmy Butler. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary, and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. Now, I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
Greg, you're talking about the D-League. Not really a moneymaker yet, but it's really benefited, Clark, the NBA in so many ways.
Clearly has, Kevin, a place to train new players, officials, and executives or management, a way to test out possible rule changes. I think building revenue is the focus, though, and the players make a small salary, but the NBA Developmental League is helping the NBA be better.
Wiggins kicks to Levine, and that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done. Hey, for Zach LaVine, the dunk contest last season was his coming out party to the world. He put on a show that everybody in the NBA was buzzing about.
And here are the Timberwolves. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Down low, here's Wiggins.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And the second free throw, good. 17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Outside Rose. LeBron James on the wing. Kicks it to Bairstow. Back to James. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire, and it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, pal, congratulations on
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith without Jimmy Butler. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
bring it all together. I want everything. Feel till it spills like hot gossip in Mandarin. Copy poor folks waiting on the trick. Go with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it luck because it wasn't due to you. Don't mean I ain't paying dues. You stupid. I'm on the mind of reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't. Simple and plain.
Jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris.